Here we are then, for the first time in 2023, we are back on F1 Manager, and it's been so long that I don't actually know what race it is, so let's find out. Leave a like, subscribe, the previous episode will be linked in the top right, and let's get into it. Now then, today we're racing at Monza, which is actually a pretty good surprise in a good way. Now, another thing I want to mention, we have no points to spend on drivers or staff. I've double checked. However, we have an upgrade. So for this race, we have a rear wing upgrade, which we have installed on both cars. And that has actually given us a pretty significant performance boost. Oi, this ain't looking too bad. The new rear wing upgrade has actually come through clutch. Look at this. We're 17th, only in brake cooling and engine cooling, but everything else is 15th or above. So we've actually genuinely taken a step forward here. This is big as well. 24 days left on the design center where we can increase the amount of staff that we have. So both drivers still hanging on to the top 10, especially Sebastian, just hanging on there. To be fair, quite a gap down to Bottas and Norris, so yeah, looking pretty good right now. Both drivers in the top 10. In the championship for the constructors, we're 1 point behind Alpine, and that is kind of the battle right now between us and them. So yeah, we took a new engine recently, and we're going to use that for this race, so that could give us a bit of a power boost. So we'll lock in P15 or above with 2 drivers, and we'll also reach Q2 with 2 drivers. Got no doubts about that. We'll guarantee P15 or above with also both drivers. And we will activate a qualifying position streak with also both drivers. Hot streak target. We'll go for 3 races. Okay, curveball. It's going to rain up in here. And I have been spending a few points on adaptability, so this could be spicy.
What do you think? Well done, guys. Very good. Happy. Coffee.
Nice, so Alonso on 100. Sebastian hopefully will get 100 in FP3. Lovely jubbly. That's what we want. All done, 100%, both drivers. Happy days. Anyway, practice recap. So nothing to really talk about in terms of pace. However, Sainz penalty, Russell penalty, Stroll penalty. We finish in the lower half with a worn engine. We've now got the fresher power unit to come in, so that could give us a bit of a pace boost. As for the driver performances, pretty much maxed out, done the best we can, so yeah, happy days. Okay, so we've refreshed the car parts. Admittedly, the ERS is a bit of an issue. Not looking great, but engine is at full whack, 91 and 86, so that could be a big boost. Right, so qualifying time then, let's have a little look. Alonso on a lap, let's just slow down a little bit. I think he won't hit any traffic. Seb also no traffic. This is a 2-lap run, so the first laps are in, and Alonso is over a 10th quicker than Sebastian. We split Ocon. Alright, so second lap, Alonso does not improve. Seb does find a little bit of time. So decent opening laps, to be fair. Let's see what everyone else does in terms of lap times. I'm not going to lie, I'm comfortable enough with that gap that I think we're going to stay in the garage and not go back out. And there we go, lovely jubbly. Easily through P9, P12. Made it by 4/10, which is pretty damn good. Right, Alonso's in the thick of traffic, and Sebastian as well. They're both going to just hit so much traffic. I don't even know what this first lap's going to be like. I mean, Alonso's been compromised. Seb is quicker by 4/10, which usually says a lot. Luckily, it's a used set of tyres, not a fresh one, so we'll get a second chance now. But this could be encouraging. This could be, I think, honestly, potential for double Q3. We clear Albon, who has finished his lap. So he's P7 right now. That's probably a target we need to aim for, realistically. Seb and Alonso on laps. They're just about far enough apart that I don't think they'll disrupt one another. Both personal best in the first. Middle sector is also personal best, which is encouraging. Let's have a look into the final sectors. Looking at some of these lap times here. Quite a gap between Ocon and, Gasly, Ocon and Russell there. Definitely battling these boys. I'd love to get them both in. Let's see, here we go. Hopefully the fresh tyres and the 1-lap field does the job. Alonso, yes, there we go, both. Wow, Seb, what a lap. What a performance. Well, that is very encouraging. Double Q3. Sainz with the penalty and Russell with the penalty. So we could be looking at hopefully starting with both cars in the top 7. Maybe in the top 6. Right, so let's just quickly rattle through this. Traffic won't be an issue on this banker, so we'll get an actual good idea as to what the pace is. And it's a good start. Both cars evenly matched. Not last, which is good. More time to find and a fresh set of tyres. I wonder if Seb's actually getting a slight tow from Alonso. That might explain the lap time difference in Q2. Anyway, here we go. Final runs. The good news about Q2 is that we managed to knock out Ocon, which is encouraging. So we've got the edge over the Alpines. Checkered flag drops. No idea what Alonso is doing, but Seb is not improving, which is a bit of a surprise. Let's see, other cars also finishing laps. Gasly does not improve. Hamilton does not improve. Russell, I think, found a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Sebastian's not even going faster. Alonso also not improving. Interesting. No one's seemingly improving. Let's see up to the line. Did we find anything in the last sector? We just need a little bit to try and get Hamilton. Russell's got a penalty. Alonso. No. Sebastian. Ah, none. Damn. So both drivers actually went quicker on their used tyres, which they used in Q2. Alonso just edges out Sebastian. Crucially, we out-qualify Pierre Gasly, which is good. But, yeah, Alonso... to be fair, he did what he could. Sebastian's the one. Sebastian done a 21.9. If he'd done that, he would have got Hamilton. And then, obviously, Russell's got a penalty, and so has Sainz. So, Seb could have started in P5 for the race. So it's going to be, yeah, still decent for us. We'll gain 2 places, so we'll start the race from P6 and P7. Not bad. I might not go for this one today. I feel like this might be a tricky one to guarantee. I'm going to avoid this one for this race and get the extra cash flows. I'm not sure due to the rain. Speaking of which, oh my god, that is a lot of rain. So we're looking at 2/3 of the race in the rain and then dries at the end. My gut feeling, just looking at this, says intermediates the whole way through and just not pit. A part of me is thinking, what if we just start on the full wet tyres? We'll split the strategies. I'm going to start Sebastian on the wets because he's further behind in the championship and has got less to lose. Alonso, I want to play the kind of safer option. My gut feeling is intermediates the whole way through until we get to the dry. But we can try a wet tyre with Seb. Let's just see what happens, man. This could be an interesting one. Let's see how it goes.
Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Here we go then. Sebastian gets destroyed off the line. It is pretty dry right now, so Seb is going to struggle.
So happy to let these tyres cool a bit. Could be.
Alonso off to a good start.
Good job.
But yeah, Seb's going to be a mobile chicane. He'll be last once everyone gets past. There's no doubt about it. But the rain is picking up. Look at this. It's literally going up by the second. More rain in 4 minutes. But the more it rains, the better. The more Sebastian will be able to stay somewhat competitive. This is good. This is healthy. We're over 2 now. To be fair, actually, Seb's not the only one, which is very, very interesting.
Alpine just advanced.
So both Ferraris on the wets, both Williams, AlphaTauri of Stroll, and also Zhou. Bottas is holding up a cavalry behind, so that's a good thing for us. Well, let's just speed it up. Nothing to really do at this stage. Just let them settle into their race pace. Magnussen has now been released, so he's going to overtake Sebastian here briefly. And there we go. Has overtaken him straight away.
Let's take a look at the replay. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
So K-Mag around the outside of the Lesmo. Rain is still chilling at 2 hours. Just starting to shoot up now. This is interesting. I'm going to set Fernando... Actually, I'll leave him in standard. My gut feeling, I'm going to keep Alonso on the intermediate the whole way through. Whereas with Seb, we'll kind of bounce up and down between tyres and we'll see which one works out. Any moment now, we're ticking over to that 4.0 mark. And there we go, we're now at full wet tyre territory.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Stroll with a mistake. Sebastian overtakes Magnussen as we now begin to fight back. And there's confirmation. And the leaders are in.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin.
So then Seb gets back through the Lesmo, returning the favour. But yeah, look at that. The leaders are in. Alonso is now your race leader, and the rain has just dipped back below 4. And they're all going to presumably head for the full wets. Sebastian's going to clear all those cars that pit, or at least most of them. Yep, he clears Hamilton. Will he clear Verstappen? Yes, he does. So Seb up to P5. Okay, rain has once again picked up. Back over 4 now. So this now looks a bit more like full wets. But we're going to leave Alonso out. This is part of El Plan. La Mission. The gamble. So Seb will move into P3, hopefully, once we clear these cars. So that also justifies Seb starting on the full wets. So it looks like the rain actually... This is the worst of it. It's going to be floating and flirting around that 3-4 mark the entire race, I think. It's going to be up and down the entire time.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
On the outside. Yep, nice move there. Fair play, Maximilian. That's a nice move.
Position there. They make it look so easy.
Rain back under 4 now.
Ferrari advance the race position. Here's the replay. Let's have another look. Sainz is the focus here.
So this time it's on the inside rather than the outside, as Sainz overtakes the man who he replaced. Ooh, okay, it's absolutely freaking pouring it down now. Oh, Alonso might be in a bit of trouble here. It's a lot of rain. That's a lot of water right there. Let's stick with it. Let's stick with it. Let's not panic. Let's just stick with it. Alonso is the only car on the intermediates. Going into uncharted territory right here. He's losing time hand over fist. What we don't want is a mistake. Leclerc will be on the back of him by the end of the lap at this rate.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Listen, I understand Alonso's on the wrong tyre, but why is he going so slow on the straight?
Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
And he just gets mugged off. Understandable. Okay. Let's stick with it. Listen, we're going all out. Let's just stick with it. It's drying again. Let's just hope that number needs to crash like now. That's got to dip below 4 ASAP. Okay, now Seb's gone through. Okay, Alonso's dropping big time now. Come on.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
Oh, come on, Rain. We need you to drop. I have never seen 7 millimeters of rain. Go down, Rain. Go down. It's meant to be going down. Where's the rain? Why is it going up? Go down. Bugger off. There's more in 4 minutes. It's about to pour it down again, bruv.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Let's take a look at the replay. So this was the Aston Martin.
Love that from Seb. Lovely jubbly. Gets past Bottas, the Lesmo. Seb in a very impressive P4 run out. Alonso's about to get lapped. Literally about to get lapped. He's going so slow to get out of the way as well. So slow. What is this forecast? Wait, wrong button. What's this forecast? Explain this to me. I will commit to this. We run with these 2 different strategies with both drivers, and that's the whole point of the experiment. Right now, it's worked out with Sebastian. It hasn't worked out with Alonso, but we're going to stick to it. Oh, no.
Let's see what happened there. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. And there it is. That's where they spin out.
So you're telling me Alonso drove through a river on the wrong tyre and didn't bin it. So it's been on the right tyre this whole time, and he's just fumbled it. Okay, finally we're back at intermediate territory. We'll push with Alonso a little bit, just on fuel, just to see if we can try and ramp up the pace a little bit. And we'll see how long the AI choose to stick out on the full wets. But this should be it now. Hopefully we can make some inroads with Alonso. Straight in there for Sebastian Vettel then. We'll get a chance to gain some time on cars like Perez and Russell, who have him pit. So potential undercut attempt here. 2.6, but we get held by nobody. It's just, when it isn't your day, mate, it's just not your day, is it? The rain's going back up, bro. My head's getting spun. Can someone explain this in, like, football terms? Because I don't understand what's going on. Seb into the points then. Has gained the place after that round of pit stops. Okay, there we go. Rain has now stopped. But we're still over 4, so the track is soaking wet. So, yeah. Well, let's try and get back through the field, man. Let's try and get to work. Come on, Seb. Come on, Seb. Yeah. 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 No. 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 Yeah. No. Seb. Seb, please. 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 Thank you. Wow, that took way longer than it needed to take. What a boring race. My God. Like, for the insane weather forecast, it's been a bit of a meh. Like, just single file. Can't overtake. No DRS. So without DRS, it's just a snooze fest. It's crazy. Seb is slowly catching the cars ahead, though. Very slowly. Going flat out here. I'm smelling an opportunity to close in on Hamilton, Gasly and Norris. And there we go. I think we have joined the party with Sebastian. So we've joined the battle for P6.
Track is pretty dry, so don't damage these tyres, especially if
That was the lap to pit. I don't know why I didn't fucking pit. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
Ferrari has stayed out. Huh. But not over with the special. That's interesting. Red Bull won't lose a time on double stack. Russell in. So Ferrari have done a bit of a Ferrari.
Pit lane.
I think we're going to retire the car with Alonso. Yes, there's a chance of a safety car, but the reality is we're too far back. So we're going to retire the car and call it quits. So Alonso done for this one. So it's all eyes on Sebastian. We won't get held. Others may, like Hamilton just got held, I think. Let's see, this is going to be very important. We're going to just get held. Oh, it's every time. Why do we always get fucking held? Albon's jumped us, man. And we're out of DRS range. Every time. Every single time. Got a fresh soft compared to those on use, but like, long, man. Literally nothing I can do, man. We're just handcuffed. And Gasly's going to score 7 points. Well, so he's going to get P7, he's going to score 4 points. What we need is the field to bunch up. We need Russell, Norris, Gasly, Hamilton, Albon to all just... We'll go aggressive and just see what happens. See if we can just naturally close in. Ideally here, Gasly P8, Vettel P9, damage a limitation. Unless we maybe get a chance to recharge behind Albon for a lap or two, maybe we can go for a full push. No, wait, I'm not going to say full this yet. I'm gonna gamble here. Just close in. Just close in. Just close in, please. Just get DRS. That's all I want, is a little bit of DRS. And then we can cook. Yes, okay, we can cook. I'm going to wait until like the last 2 laps. So lap 52 and lap 53. We'll go all out. Albon's catching here. We've got a chance. We've got a shot at this. So now is the time. Come on, Seb. Got to get it done, mate. Got to get it done. No. Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Got to go. Got to get it done, mate. Got to get it done. Fantastic. All right, and I flat out onto the last lap. Come on.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Could be an extra point. Got to stay ahead of Albon. Yes, good boy, Sebastian. Good boy. Right, now we can go full push. Hamilton needs to get Gasly as well, ideally here. I'd love for Hamilton to get Gasly back. But here we go. Seb on the rampage. We'll try, but I don't think we've got
So use energy if you need it.
enough, or have we? I should have left it an overtake, I think. That might just cost me. That might just cost me. Maybe on a run to the line. Come on, Seb. Get Gasly for us. Not quite. But you know what? I'll take it. That's fine. It's fine.
Checkered flag. Checkered flag.
Car was good in the race.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Take all the pickup on the way in. Well done.
Now then, first and foremost, Carlos Sainz completes the last to first, essentially. What a performance. What a drive. And he won it easily over Leclerc. But it's a 1-2 in their home race. Verstappen and Perez didn't really have an answer here today. Russell in the highest of the Mercs. But yeah, P9 and a fastest lap, which means we only give up 1 point to Alpine, which is great. So happy with that. Ocon out of the points, and Alonso, of course, the sole retirement. Big shame. We tried to gamble, didn't work out. In the Drivers' Championship, Alonso is still P7, so no change for his position. Seb still P10. Loses a point to Gasly, but also at the same time keeps his margin over Norris, who scored some big points here today. In the Constructors, as you can see, we're still P5, comfortably ahead of McLaren. Only 2 points behind Alpine, so we go to the next one. This was essentially a nothing race. It meant nothing in terms of the championships, really. So no big changes, and we move on to the next one. As you'd expect, Alonso not really bringing in the XP after that race. Sebastian, though, pretty good shift, decent points haul for him. And then finally, in terms of cash payouts, we hit one of our clauses for Sebastian in terms of the points, and yeah, we hit our guarantees. So I'm glad we didn't do the position gain bonus at the start of the race. Okay, so Singapore in 18 days, so an opportunity here to develop some updates. Before that, Felipe Drogovic has a point which will drop on adaptability. Martin Werner has a point. We'll go for airflow management and also Alonso's engineer. I'm going to go for pit crew management to improve and have faster stops. Alright, so let's do some upgrades. Let's double check to see where we need to improve. Just a reminder, so the suspension's on the way. Let's speed this up by a day. I mean, it's only a day more, but still, it's a day less, so we can, manufacture the parts. Right, let's develop a new chassis then. So that's the weakest part. We've still got... I'm going to invest half of this CFD and wind tunnel time. So, yeah, we'll go for that, which will give us still a decent improvement, to be fair. Okay, I'm happy with this. This will give us an improvement on drag reduction and airflow, and we're still marginally improving the engine cooling, so it's not exactly being affected. That will help us out quite a bit. That's a pretty big improvement for the drag, and yeah, a small improvement there for the airflow. As always, we'll go intense, and we'll put the rest of the engineers on it. So 25 days. That's actually not too bad, to be fair. As always, the board are happy, and as long as we keep hitting those points finishes, I'm sure they will be. One thing I want to note is the regulations. Now, this was before my break, so I can't fully remember why. I believe it was just an adjustment in terms of the prize money, and they have passed the changes. They have agreed. So 10th place stays the same, but if you finish in the bottom 5, you actually lose money. This could be interesting. This is for next season, not for this one, but important that we finish as one of the top 4 teams. Worth noting, by the way, we are ahead of schedule, ahead of target. We've hit our target of 11 points finishes in this season, so yeah, we should be getting hopefully an improved review from the boardroom. CFD simulator, poor condition. Let's go ahead and let's refurbish. 4.9 mil. It's an expensive one right there. Right, there we go, suspension. This is a big one. This was a weakness for us. We'll go ahead and manufacture some of these. So we will do 2 of them on emergency to get them on ASAP, and we will rush 2 more. So this one will arrive for the weekend, this will arrive just after, but we'll go ahead and rush 2 more. We'll also install the new suspension, and there we go, that will improve our car. But there we go then, that is it guys for today's episode. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We go to Singapore next, and hopefully a better weekend and a stronger performance. The potential was there in Monza, but we unfortunately fumbled it. Good to know though, without any other power circuits this season, we will hopefully be pretty quick and competitive. But yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. Cheers for watching. As always, a shout out to the members, shout out for the guys in the live chat as well on Twitch. As always, check out the 2 videos on the screen if you haven't seen them already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.